Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So like I mentioned in last week's channel update video, still going to be only focusing on Shonen Jump stuff, at least for the next little while. I think right now I can kind of conclusively say I won't be doing read-throughs at least for the entirety of November. But yeah, watch the channel update video for like details and stuff on why. But yeah, apart from that, you know, as always, please do support Palestine right now. Please do, you know, help continue to witness the horrors that are being committed there. Keep continuing to protest against it. Call your senators, you know, if you can. March in the protest rallies, please do. Although, you know, do mask up, do be safe. Don't carry, you know, things you can use to be identified with you in case there's crackdowns against the protests and stuff. But yeah, can't please don't stay silent on the genocide happening right now. But I got more details on the channel update video I did, including links on, you know, how you can support the movements going on right now. So please do give that a look. With that said, like I mentioned, I'm going to get around to some Shonen Jump stuff today. I was going to get around to the newest chapter of Gokurakugai as well as the next chapter of Akane Banashi. So as always, you know, if you do like this content, if you'd like to support me, all that kind of good stuff, please do continue commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, it really does help me out with YouTube's algorithm because it says, hey, these videos are worth promoting when people click all those buttons. So if you'd like to help me out with that, that'd be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let us dive into it with Gokurakugai Chapter 13, Reunion by Yuto Sano, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Kyla Aiko. So we pick up where we left off last time with Alma pulling the little stake out of his chest and summoning the little cleaver into his hand. And with he's like, who are you calling a spineless scaredy cat? And Ryu just kind of like lets out a breath, like, ah. And Nei's like, okay, but you admitted it yourself. It's too late to take any of that back now. It's like, still. She's like all proud of herself. It's like, that means you understand a little better now, I take it, about how I'm the most amazing around. He's like, why are you bragging like a kid? He's like, stop calling me a kid, doofus. And Ryu's like, looks like you're finally at the starting line. And Alma's like, huh? It's like, you mean pulling out the stake wasn't the goal? And he's like, ensuring that you can fight solo is the goal. Get to a point where you can maintain that mode for at least 3 minutes. It's like, 3 minutes is too easy, ain't it? I can go for longer, you know. And he's like, fight and you'll see. Just focus on getting some real combat in. He's like, sure thing. He's like, nay, let's go another round before I lose the hang of this. He's like, don't order me around. I'm not holding back anymore. Your vitals are fair game. You better not complain if you die. It's like, took the words right out of my mouth. And as they're rushing towards each other, you see Alma just kind of staggering as he falls down, falls face first, and with the donk just collapses. And Nei's like, huh? It's like, oh, what? I haven't even done anything yet. It's like, hey, Ryu, oh, should we call him as Kasabe? And you see Ryu just going, checking on him as he rolls him over. He's like, it's anemia. And you see later with back in Tatsuomi's office as he goes, oh, hold on there. He kind of fits the bill, doesn't he? And you see Tao kind of like becoming alert now. She like rolls her chair closer with the Kree. It's like, yeah, it's pretty close. It's like, heck yeah. It's like, you're right. He seems to be talking to someone. And that's, I believe it's Yomi. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, Yomi. Why are you like this? And you see Tao looking surprised. Like, oh, yes, Yomi and... God, what the hell was the other guy's name? Yoru. But yeah, so you think back to when they had the little meetup and the two women were hitting on him and like he choked them out. He's like, oh, girls? It's like, oh, no. It's like, oh me, oh my, we have yet another mystery. And he's like, what? He didn't touch either of them just now, did he? And you can see Tao kind of reacting in shock. And Tatsuomi's like, I guess he's part of Yomi's crew. He strangles girls to death, which means this haired guy's the hanging murderer? It's like, then again, that ain't certain. He didn't hang him after all. It's like, oh, he fed him something. It's like, oh, no. And you see Tatsuomi's like assistant just like throwing up. And you have Tatsuomi. It's like, And Tao's like, if the person you cared for turned into a MAGA, could you kill them? And then you see like the little veil with the nurse with like the bandages wrapped around her mouth, as Alma's like slowly blinking his eyes open. It's like, Mr. Seno, Mr. Alma has awakened. And he's like, what am I doing? And Ryu's like, well, you lost too much blood and fell flat on your face. But hey, that's what happens when you get sliced to hell like you did. He's like, and what are you doing? He's like, I was napping. It's like, jerk. It's like, where's Nay? He's like, on a mission. I got a kick out of recalling for a Kisabi in a fake panic because you were as still as a corpse. Now that you're awake, go eat. Once you're done, come back and we'll resume your lesson. He's like, yes, sir. Is he back at training ground number 2 as Alma's just like waiting in silence. He's like, what are you, a turtle? How long do you plan on making me wait? And as he's coming back in, you see that Ryu's now got a katana sheathed in like in his pants now. He's like, shut it. At my age, I can't just snap into motion after eating. He's like, alright, let's do this, I guess. And Alma's like, here I thought you were just being slow, but you're actually raring to fight. Time to hop to it. And you see him pulling out the stake and getting his sword ready. And you see Ryu just taking out his sword. And he's like, okay, ready, go. And you see them leaping towards each other as they slash out at deflecting attacks. And you see as they're exchanging blows, you see Ryu flipping over and like kicking Alma and knocking him down. And you see Alma trying to do, oh shit, an overhand slice towards him, and Ryu just cuts his hand off and sends it flying. That's pretty sick. And you see Alma, the next one, shoots up into the air and then kicks his hand back down at Ryu. And as Ryu's like blocking it and he gets distracted, you see Alma running forward as he regenerates his hand. Oh shit, that's sick, bro. And you see Ryu grabbing the knife stake out of Alma's hand. And as Alma's running up to him, he grabs and slides the stake back into his chest again. And you see, Gah! And he's like, ugh! And Ryu's just like, you didn't last 30 seconds. He's like, what? It's like, it felt like 3 minutes. It's like, this doesn't bode well. It's like, next one, hurry up. It's like, shit. It's like, you got some nerve when you're the one always taking an eternity. And he pulls the stake out again. And you have shing, shing, ting, tunk. It's like, thud. It's like, that's 30 seconds again. Next. It's like, hey, that was only 20 seconds. Next. It's like, 1 minute. Next. See, as Alma's looking all beaten up and bloodied. It's like, your regeneration's starting to slow down. You can't keep up with the pace. We'll end it here for today. I'm going to bed. Wake me up tomorrow morning. He's like, yes, sir. And as he's back at the Chinese restaurant, Alma's like, chashu ramen, fried rice, and gyoza. Also a pork cutlet bowl, karaage chicken, twice fried pork, shumai, sweet and sour pork, pork liver and garlic chive, stir-fry mapo, eggplant, Chinese pork bun, and almond tofu. Oh, and also, and you see a Tsubomi with a, or no, it's not Tsubomi, a Tatsuomi with a, I'll take an order of fried rice and gyoza myself. He's like, whoa. It's like, what happened? You rented yourself out indefinitely, but you already got your butt returned? He's like, shut your hole. And as they go to sit down, he's like, huh? Where's Miss Tao? He's like, what's that? She left earlier, said she was going home. She ain't here at home base and she's got to be at the office. And Alma's like, uh-huh. And Tatsuomi's like, poo. I'm starting to worry after all. I should have escorted her. He's like, yuck, enough. He's like, hey, wait, how'd you weasel your way into sitting at my table? He's like, I didn't weasel nothing. You came to me starting a conversation and I naturally wound up sitting in this spot. If anything, you should go and find another seat. And you see Tao just sitting in the car as you have a person I cared for turned into a MAGA. And Tatsuomi's like, I guess I could kill him. And Tao's just like giving him a stare. He's like, huh? Is that weird? He's like, come on, you're making it seem like I'm heartless. I mean, they go through a living hell if you don't kill them. And if the only way to save them from that is to kill them, then I'd do just that. And Tao's silent for a second as she pulls out something. And Tatsuomi's like, Tao, darling, is this one a score? Oh, sorry, she's pulling out her pack of cigarettes to pop another one. And you see I don't know if that's what the hell he's supposed to be doing. Like, he's like, is this one a score? I don't know what that's supposed to be for. And she's looking at him like, jackass. It's like, it's not. Or at least, I can't say for sure. It's like, well, his face ain't really all that clear. Pretty hard to tell through a monitor, too. It's like, I can't exactly place his face since it's been 9 whole years. It's like, now, try not to get too hung up. You gotta clear your mind to get on the right track. And you see, I think Tao's like sitting in the car, trying to like rack her memory to see if she remembers when she saw Yomi, I guess. And you see her like heading towards, I think, the shrine. It's like, Miss Tao, you believe in gods? It's like, of course not. This might be a flashback to like younger Tao, like looking all like beaten up and bruised, huddling with maybe a younger brother. Oh. What the fuck, bro? Yes, I think this is where the shrine where like he first met Yoru. And as she walks up, she sees this hanged corpse up on the rafter with like the rope hanging down. And she's like, Jin? Oh man, are we fucking getting Tao backstory? Alright, so I guess some quick thoughts on this chapter. Not really much to say after the last one. I'm glad that we're really seeing like, you know, some progress being made in Alma's like little training with Ryu, and we're kind of starting to see like some of Ryu's skills as well. So really do appreciate that stuff. But yeah, because I'm going back from like the beginning and like scrolling through it again. Now I'm wondering if, because Tao, I have to go back and read the chapters. It's been a while because I don't remember if Tao has seen Yoru's face yet. So I'm wondering, because when you go back to the chapter where she's like watching the video and they're like, oh, the black-haired guy's a hanging murderer, there seems to be like a shock of recognition on her face when she sees like Yoru's like coming into the screen. So I wonder if she recognizes Yoru, and I wonder if that is possibly her younger brother having been turned into a Maga and then having been recruited by Yomi. Sorry, the two Y names are confusing me. Yeah, but by Yomi. But yeah, I'm curious to see if that's what's happening with that. But yeah, not much to say. I like the action scenes again. Really, really solid. Gorgeous artwork with that, with the fight between Ryu and Alma. Looking forward to more of that. But yeah, I'm curious if then Tao asking Tatsuomi like, hey, if someone you knew turned into a Maga, would you be able to kill them? At first I thought, that she was just asking that because of what happened with Alma and Kanata. But I wonder now with the flashback at the end and her like looking at the corpse and wondering, I wonder if that has to do with her brother, if we're going to get like a little flashback story to her brother having been potentially turned into a Maga. But yeah, really looking forward to the next chapter. I want me some Tao backstory. So I'll see if that's where we're getting with this. I want to know what her whole deal is. But yeah, looking forward to that. Solid chapter all around apart from that. Not much more else to say. So like I mentioned at the beginning, please do continue to support Palestine. Like I mentioned, please do give the channel updated video a look because it has links to resources and things like that. I'll also link them in the video in this video as well. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.